Hello everybody and welcome to a video I'm making on the character Jaune and RWBY Grimm Eclipse. I'm just going to go over each, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an 8 episode, I'm going to make 8 videos for each character, and I'm going to explain each of their abilities. Not each of their abilities, but like what I use in single player. There is different things for multiplayer that you can always use, but I mostly play single player, so I'm just going to show you what I use in single player.
You know, you hear stories, but there's just a lot worse.
So one of John's first attacks is just a shield, like a shield, like he goes forward with his shield. This is in place of a ranged attack usually, and it's not the best attack, but it does push people back, and it can just corner Grimm and kill it. Another one is just his swipe, and you can you can combo it up to 4 times, and just it is a pretty weak attack, but and I would not recommend using it. The next one is if you press your light. That's if you press your light button 4 times. But if you press your light button once and then your heavy button, then you do this little move. 2 light ones and then a heavy is like a little whirlwind and hits all the enemies in that little area. And then the last one is a great one for single use targets. So if you press it 3 times, then you do that, and it is able to easily take out a creep, which are one of those things right there. So now John's heavy attack is his best attack, and I would always recommend using it. What you do is for the heavy attack, a regular heavy attack, it's really weak. But if you hold down your heavy attack here, it is one of the strongest attacks you can have. You can also do a heavy aerial if you jump in the air, and it like does a little shockwave, and this is very, very good for taking out creeps, and just knocking back Grimms in case you're in a very bad area. The other one is a light aerial, and I would also not recommend using it as much. So now onto John's abilities. What I would recommend for John's abilities. So John's ultimate, when you charge it up, you will get a boost. You get a 50. The beginning is a 50% boost for a short time, and for 2 XP, for 2 points that you get from leveling up, you can either get John's battle cry boosts the team damage by 100%. It boosts the speed, and this one right here heals people by 30%. The best one is the 100 damage percent, and that's just my opinion, but I would really recommend the 100 damage because it just shreds through enemies. So then the next one I would recommend is I would do both the improved dash and flash. So whenever you get a team attack, which John's heavy attack, it's very easily. It will it adds more strike and does more damage to surrounding enemies, as it says down there. And then also the final dash and flash. And then this is a must-have for Jaune, improved team Jaune. It's just an amazing one. I would always recommend it. So now for the general points, sorry, let me backtrack. If you want to do ultimate team Jaune, this is great for multiplayer, so that he doesn't have to. So in multiplayer, you have to wait for 2 people to do a team attack. In single player, you can just usually use 1 person. But I would recommend getting ultimate team Jaune if you're doing multiplayer. So the next one that I would do is best teammate ever, which doubles the duration of Jaune's ultimate team buffs, which means that you have 100% damage for a lot longer. Then Team Synergy, I'm not sure what you would do for multiplayer, in my opinion, because what I do for mine is I would use aura regeneration, because all of Jaune, usually what you do with Jaune is you go in my opinion, you have to go in close with Jaune. And so I sometimes get taken out pretty easily. So I would pick aura regeneration. But also Team Synergy would also be good for multiplayer. So whenever you set up a team attack using your heavy, whenever a teammate uses it, you get more ultimate. But in single player, this is useless. Just like this is useless in single player, but they're very helpful in multiplayer. The last one I would do is improve ultimate pool by 1, because then you're able to use your ultimate twice. And I'm just going to go through this first little area in the collapse, and I'm going to show you like personally how I use Jaune. And so that move right there it will one-hit creeps at all times, but it's very weak if you just don't charge it out. That barely does any damage. The move I would recommend using against creeps a lot is a jumping aerial, because it gets them down and then it makes them 2-shot them. So you can just continuously jump like this. So then we have the next wave right here is Beowulf, and if you want to one-shot them, and you can if you use your ultimate, you pretty much always one-shot them. And I'm not sure about the 50%, but I know for a fact the 100% ultimate will one-shot them. And so whenever you use Jaune's ultimate, it gives you a little activation notification, and it sends them back, which is good because it gives you time to it gives you time to it gives you time to run up to them and then hold it down. So one of the flaws about Jaune is that he is not, in my opinion, he's not very good against single target, like a lot of health in single target. Because whenever I'm using Jaune, whenever I'm going against a Ursa, which is a big bear, it takes him a long time, and you always have to get close with them. It takes him a long time to take him out, and you always have to get close with the Ursa, and so it's just hard. That's also why I have aura regen on, so that but it's very hard to take out an Ursa, especially when using Jaune. And so yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna end it using every character has a like a little taunt or emote, and Jaune's emote is this.